A quick trip to Spain from Abu Dhabi. Another time change adjustment that they will make before that game on the
next Tuesday. Yes, next Tuesday. That is 8 points, by the way, now for Jelly Walker. This will fall in.
Enjoy the third quarter. Like and subscribe.
I mean, when he went to the G League, when you're a young fringe NBA player and you get G League assignments, obviously you want to go down there and barbecue them. And Luka Garza last year, when he did go down to the G League, not that he played a lot of games, but in 15 games, he averaged 30 points and 10 rebounds last year.
7 30-point games, 2 40-point games, and it also looks like he's got a nasty cut on his right eye, too. So he's playing through it right now.
Oh! Bodies hit the floor here. Dexter Dennis goes down. And there is a timeout on the floor. We're inside of 7 minutes left to play in the preseason opener. Minnesota Timberwolves, Dallas Mavericks. Minnesota's in front by 18, getting some production here from rookie Leonard Miller in the fourth.
Texans are...
Hey, Luka for three. Clear for takeoff.
Have an opportunity to play in front of an international community that support the game of basketball and just grow over there as a team, build camaraderie. And this is what I was talking about last year when, we got to get out and get to know one another on different planes, different environments. I feel like we get a chance to do that overseas.
We're going to be one big family over there. So different culture, different country, different lifestyle. So we're going to lean on one another for sure and have each other's back while we're out there. So I think this is where this is the beginning stages of us trying to build ourselves and build our identity moving forward.
Hear from Kyrie Irving and Tim Hardaway Jr. about this Mavericks road trip, which is history-making. As you see at the bottom of the graphic, the first NBA team to play 3 international games and their preseason, 12 days, 16,000 miles. 2 games between the Mavericks and Minnesota Timberwolves in Abu Dhabi and the United Arab Emirates. And then it will be very special, of course, for Luka Doncic to play at Real Madrid next Tuesday. That game will be on Bally Sports. Won EuroLeague was his last big moment, winning Spanish League titles. And
What's the over-under on how many points he's going to score in that game? Because he ain't playing a half.
Yeah. He will play more than the first half in that game. For those wondering, on the free throw line right now, by the way, is Dexter Dennis. Dexter Dennis played at Wichita State for 4 years. The name of the game for him was defense in his final year at Wichita State. He was the American Athletic Conference Defensive Player of the Year, and then went into the transfer portal and played for a year at Texas A&M, where he averaged about 10 points a game for the Aggies last year. So a 5-year college player. And Dexter Dennis is on an Exhibit 10 contract with the Mavericks. There's a
Stand by, friends.
Jr.
You saw that schedule, the Mavs, 16,500 miles, 2 countries.
Ever since this has been talked about for years, been very enthusiastic and excited about it, and it is a reality this year. We'll see the first game on November 3rd, and
Well, I'm sure you'll
what a
give
game
your...
it's going to be for Luka and Nikola Jokic, and obviously they've got a little bit of history with something like this, so that's going to be really exciting when those teams play.
And you have Adam Silver's contact info. I'm sure you'll be letting him know your thoughts.
Yeah, of course.
I did find it odd that you wanted to call it the Follow-Well Cup. I didn't think that was necessary.
Oh man, that would be something. Well, corporate sponsorship, maybe that's how I'll get it to the Follow-Up Cup. I'll buy the naming rights.
There you go.
There's Luka Garza inside for Minnesota. Well, there will be a practice tomorrow. As we said, there's also a junior NBA clinic tomorrow. The teams are going to have a group dinner together tomorrow. But, also there's going to be a get-together and practice. And, I know that the conditions of this are not the most conducive to system install and all the things that we talked about. But obviously the Mavs are going to get down and do some work tomorrow to try to smooth over a few things that didn't go the way they wanted to.
We've talked about it ad nauseum when Luka signed his extension in Ljubljana. What are the 2 words that he said were key to winning?
Chemistry and trust.
And what is built when you're on the road, having group dinners, having these functions, not just going home to your own bed and doing whatever and only spending a few hours in the gym. Chemistry is built and trust in your teammates off the court and on the court. A key part of that communication, like you talked about, Bobby, with Derek Lively. I do think that even though it is a wonky schedule in terms of the actual practice and install, I think the benefits of them being together is going to be huge.
Anything on your mind, Bob, as we're winding down here to the last minute of the game?
Yeah, just communication. You know, we saw some mix-ups on cuts and on maybe some off-ball stuff, rotations that should have been there. That is all to be expected in game one of the preseason whenever you're, 8,000 miles from home or wherever they are in the great wide world. So another practice, get to see some of this stuff put on tape will give them a lot of talking points to the coaches and also a lot of examples of what to do and what not to do for the players, especially the two rookies who are starting, by the way. So,
we might see a different starting lineup. We might see a different starting lineup in game 2 of this Abu Dhabi series.
Winding down to the last 35 seconds of the game, A.J. Lawson with the drive to the basket and a miss. Dallas led by 25 today from Luka. Off the bench, Jaden Hardy had 13. Other players that have come off the bench, Jelly Walker's had 8 here in the fourth quarter. A.J. Lawson 7 in the second half. 7 from Dexter Dennis here in the fourth quarter of the game as well. Karl Anthony Towns leading Minnesota in this game with 12. They got 16 off the bench from Naz Reid, 12 from Luka Garza and Shake Milton, and 11 from Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Final seconds, that'll do it. Preseason is 1-0 for Minnesota, 0-1 for the Mavericks. And these two teams will see each other again on Saturday at 11 a.m. 111-99, final score. The victory for the Timberwolves over the Mavs.
It was just good, frankly, to see.
Hope everybody enjoyed. Sorry for the delays. Let me know what other future games everybody wants to see. Please hit the like button, subscribe, and support the channel. The information is in the description, also in the chat. Love you, friends. We're out of here.
Be able to look at that film and in 2 days,